we're back with the Hearthstone tournament for Year of the Mammoth. Right now we're gonna have Neon gonna face Peter. We're just going to get the bans in. Alright, so we've gotten bans in. So Peter has banned Rogue, and Neon has banned Mage. Here we are. We see the Warrior come out from Peter, with Hunter coming out from Neon. So we can see neither of them is running the quest variant, which is actually quite interesting. You'd expect, at least with the Hunter, you'd be running the quest, but looks like he's going with a mid-range Hunter from what the cards we've seen in his hand, with Stampede. So he plays the Joe Macaw, gets Galactic Crawler, which could be really useful if this was in fact Pirate Warrior. But it's looking like it's not. My casting friend Alex is in Bath right now, so he'll be back soon. But we see the Crackling Razor come out. Wind Fury or Divine Shield. I think you go for the Divine Shield here, unless you're thinking he can kill it, and then you go for... Okay, so he's gonna go to Wind Fury. Hopes he gets the +4 attack on the next Crackling Razor. See Death the Wing coming repeated in this old school control buff warrior, I guess. See just the hero power coming out. Peter doesn't think he needs to expend the Doomsayer. Ooh, the Animal Companion comes out. Ooh, it's Misha. Arguably any of them would have been good. Hoffer for 4 damage, Leok for an extra 5 damage. So Misha is arguably one of the worst ones there if you really want to push. Peter plays the Doomsayer now. It's sadly a bit too late to actually clear the board, but right now it acts as 0 mana of a taunt. I think we will see the Dynamancy come out here, and then the buff on the Jewel Macaw. Things aren't looking that great for Peter right now. That Wind Fury Jeweled Macaw is coming in for some damage. Are we gonna see the second Doomsayer drop here? I think in this situation you either play the taunt or Grimy, but I think the taunt's a safer play. But again, he just dies to the board, and you're pretty much dead next turn because you have the 10 damage from the Macaw, 17. I think you Doomsayer or you coin Brawl. I think any other play is too slow, and he does go for the coin Brawl, hoping to kill that Jewel Macaw. Because if that survives, he's in big trouble. And he does. He gets the best result off of Brawl. We're still going to see Dynamancy come out here with a second Crackling Laser Mark. Because if this is Wind Fury... Oh, he doesn't get Wind Fury, but he's going for the Flaming Claws and the Dynamancy buff. Hit a massive 8-4. We're going to see Blood of Brave come out here. Just dies to that massive Crackling Razor Maw. From Neon, you have the kill command, and you have Crackling Dispatch Kodo. And Neon goes again for the Dynamancy, going for that plus Dispatch Kodo. And things aren't looking that great for Peter. He's only 3 damage away, and he can't get to that Deathwing. We do see the Whirlwind come out here. I think it's too little too late, and there goes game 1 to Neon. So Peter's Warlock is officially out of the running. Just a reminder, Peter banned Rogue and Neon banned Mage. So let's see what comes out from Peter's side next. I'm going to assume that Neon's just going to stay with his Dynamancy Hunter. Just so powerful with those Wind Fury adapts. We're just waiting for the next game to start here. Here we go. Oh, the Hunter versus Paladin.
Let the hunt begin. I will fight with honor.
Oh, we see Peter bringing quest, but he swaps the quest back out. That's pretty interesting. You don't really see that happen.
New Year, champions. Happy New Year.
We see the greeting each other with the new emote.
Happy New Year, champions.
And it looks like that's gonna go on for a little bit. Looks like Neon's gonna try and get the Vicious Fledgling out, but unfortunately it's no match for the Blessing of Might. We do see Peter learning quest, which I find is quite surprising. I think one of the ways you do win the matchup is activating your quest on time, just outvaluing the Dynamancies. Oh, he gets Leok, the worst one in the spot. I think we're gonna see the True Silver come out. Oh, but he goes for the buffs here, getting that Studio of Darkshire and that Squirming Tentacle to Druid of the Claw size. But we're gonna see here some Crackling Razormaw action. Not that great options. You can go for the Poisonous. It could help later on, but yeah, he goes for the Poisonous, arguably one of the most powerful effects. And we're going to see his second Kraken as well. He's hoping for a health or a Wind Fury here. And he gets the +3 health, which is actually quite good. Because now, with the +3 health, it can't be killed. But he goes for the attack. And looks like we're going to see True Silver or Blessing of Kings come out here. I do wager the True Silver, and there it is. If you went for the +3 health, might be able to keep a Poisonous minion on the board. But no, he just trades. And Crackling Razor, you really see the power of this card. If you can stack those adapts on an already present beast, getting Wind Fury and attack, getting Poisonous. When you stack the adapts, you really see the difference they make. And we do see the Dynamancy get drawn by Neon here. Are we going to see it played though? Or is this going to be Smuggler's Crate Houndmaster? I'm going to wager we're going to see Stampede sometime quite soon, because Neon's running out of cards. I do believe we're going to see second rate Bruiser or a Swarming Tentacle come out here. We do see the Tentacle. And the trade with the weapon. And is Steward of Darkshire going to come down? It looks like it is. There we go. Now Neon's Jersey quite important. He gets Savannah Hymen on 6. It's pretty much an insta play, but he might go for the Dynamancy buff to try and kill the taunt, but I still think it's better in this situation. Yep, he just plays the 6-drop. Now, we're waiting on Peter here. There we go. Ooh, the Sagoth. That could be extremely powerful. It could survive, but I do wager we're going to see either a push face by buffing the taunt or just a second rate loser and hero power play. And it looks like he's going for the second line of play. Oh, he's actually going for the buff and the Blessing of Kings. And he's just gonna go face with an 8-10 Squirming Tentacle. Poor Silverback Patriarch, man. Completely outclassed this expansion with yet another replacement. One day, it will get its chance in the limelight. Oh, we see the Stampede come out with the Jewel Macaw, the double refill. We see Infested Wolf and another Savannah Hyena. Oh, we see the double Scavenging Hyena come out. And the Knuckles, which could actually be quite powerful with Dynamancy. And we see the buffs here. But is it going to be enough? Just 12, 14, 19, 20. Oh, Peter's 2 off lethal here. But do you go for the push? So Peter's thinking, let's see if he does push lethal. I think he's counting to see if he is exactly lethal. Unfortunately, he's too short. But this is where it comes. Do you go for the clear? And trust you can take it later? Or do you play second rate and Blessing of Kings and then just go face again? It's looking like we're going to see the Blessing of Kings come out. Neon really doesn't have any passive abilities, but he goes for the buff. Oh, and he's gonna go for the clears, playing it safe, not risking it. It's getting one Scavenging Hyena out of the way. Such a powerful card. Was really big back in the days of Unleash the Hounds, pre-nerf. Well, not really nerf, pre-change, but now we just see it. 8/6 for 2 mana. What can Neon really do here? He can't really clear the board in any other way. It looks like he has to Dynamancy. Yep, the Dynamancy comes out. Buffs. The little... what are these called? The hyenas. Yeah, the hyenas. See the 10-7 and the 1 and the 2. Can Peter draw 1 damage? He doesn't, but he can drop the Sagat. And are we gonna see the trade? We do see the trade. Stopping that scavenging. Neon actually has no way of taking out Sagat, but unfortunately, a card that's extremely counterintuitive to the deck, as it can be buffed for lethal. When you see Knuckles come out, because that can actually help Neon push for lethal. And we're gonna see the pass here. Now, Peter needs an active minion here to actually try and seal out the game, but because otherwise that Knuckles will just get bigger and bigger, and each time it hits Sagat, it's gonna hit face as well. If the trade comes out, Neon thinks it's far more valuable to get the minions out and get that extra damage in early. Are we gonna see the Dynamancy on the 2/1 to deal 4 damage to Sagat here? The only time will tell. Oh, just the trade. And then the buff on... oh, not Knuckles, interestingly. Oh, Peter's hand is completely dead. Only buff cards. And no minion to play it on except the Silverhand Recruit, which looks like it's gonna be buffed into Oblivion. And we do see the Blessing Wisdom go on the Knuckles here. Ooh, the 3rd Savannah Hyena would normally quite good. Doesn't give Neon the lethal he's looking for. So Knuckles is gonna deal the 5 damage to face here. Let's see what Peter gets. He gets Rallying Blade. But unfortunately, it is not enough, and it looks like Peter's going to be taking game 2 of this series. And looks like game 2 goes to Peter. Going for that semi-reverse sweep. And we're gonna see Priest come out here.
I will fight with honor. Happy New Year, champion.
We're gonna see Quest Priest versus Quest Paladin. Now this is the interesting matchup because if the Priest can get the quest off early, Galvadon actually isn't a one-turn lethal. Which it is in most situations, as you get that when for your end instead.
Back to your homes.
You do see the Noggenfarger getting buffed. I've always thought Noggenfarger should have higher stats. Like, it's already sort of a bad enough card it is, and you know it's never going to see constructive play. So why do you give it 5-4 stats? We do see the silence come out here from Peter. Or no, he's just going for the taunt. Trying to block the Priest from getting any value from his deck. Though right now his hand is all minions and no spells to get the Galvadon with. See the Power Word Shield come out. And the Cabal Talon Priest buffing the health of Shifting Shade. I do think we're going to see silence. And there we go. And there goes the Shifting Shade back to 3. And the trade on the Cabal Talon Priest. And we're going to see Neon here most likely. Oh, he goes for the Loot Hoarder combined with Mirage Caller. Getting the double draw here. And getting quite a bit through his quest. Oh, we see the Grind Street Outfitter come out buffing Shan, and I think we're gonna see Blessing of Wisdom, as Darker Endorph doesn't really serve any use here other than just getting a 4/4 body on the board. We do see Peter's first spell, casting his own minions, getting that 1 out of 6 for the quest. Ghostface gets the adaptation, that's huge. What will he get? He goes for Stealth, which is pretty good in this situation. Lets him get more Divine Shields up and protects it from being taken out by any of the Loot Hoarders. I do believe we're gonna see a Barnes or an Onyx Bishop here after the trade of the Loot Hoarders. Oh, another Mirage Caller. No, it's up to Neon. Does he Mirage Caller and try to rush out the quest, which he looks like he's gonna try and do throughout his whole deck. Try to complete the quest as fast as possible. He's 5 out of 7 through. And Peter's like, oh my god. What? 2 out of 6 and 5 out of 7. We do see the Power Word Shield come out on the Mirage Caller. And the Crystalline Oracle. Oh, the misplay. If he didn't Power Word Shield first, he could have gotten a Crystalline Oracle, which is arguably a lot better to copy as you're not going faster into fatigue. But we do see the Shadow Word Pain come out for the Argent Squire, technically. Looter going out again, getting another draw, and we do see Neon's gonna be completing his quest next turn with the double Crystalline Oracle. See Barnes come out here for a huge top deck. This could be big. Oh, it gets the Ooze. The Divine Shield does help, but it looks like we're gonna see a Reinforce and a trade. Oh, Peter still decides to go face. Fortunately, going face is not really the place, as looks like Neon might be dropping Amara this turn. I do think we're gonna see the double crystalline oracle play. Oh, he goes for the Barnes. Let's see, what's he trying to look for? Ooh, Curious Glimmerroot. Now this card is basically a 3 mana 3/3 draw card, but sometimes if you're playing a player like Peter with Noggin Fogger in the deck and other class cards, you'd never really know. But we do see Awaken the Makers be completed and Amara Warden of Hope come out. Oh, we do see the Tyrion top deck though. Oh my god, that's huge. Not only is it on turn 8, but now it can be copied, because that's arguably Priestley's greatest advantage. You get their Tyrions, you get their Anyfins, you get all of the Paladin's power cards, and they can't do anything. We do see Dark Iron come out here. Ooh. And the Hero Power. Are we going to see Amara this turn, or is he going to wait? We're going to see the draws from the Crystalline. The True Silver is big. Is he going to play it? Yes, it looks like he's going for Infestator and 2 Silver, and the Crystalline Oracle to take out the Dark Iron Dwarf. And the Adaptation, which could actually be pretty powerful. Are we going to see Noggenfogger come out here? Looks like it's going to be Student of Darkshire with a Hero Power, and possibly a Blessing of Might. Peter's just desperately searching for that Galvadon, as it's basically an unremovable card. We're going to see True Silver come out, trade, and we're going to see Cairn develop most likely. And the heal. Peter really needs some draw here, something big. And he gets Handed Protection. Unfortunately, Noggenfire Handed Protection doesn't quite work. It looks like we're going to see Tyrion come out. Okay, yeah, well, it looks like we're going to see Handed Protection. And then Tyrion. The Tyrion does come out. Looks like Peter's planning a stall till he gets Galvadon and hope to get the Dream Galvadon, which is +9 attack to get a 14/5 Stealth Wind Fury. See the death come out instantaneously, and the Barnes and the Ooze getting traded in. And are we going to see Amara out here, or is it going to be the Shade? He could also go for an Onyx Bishop, but at this point, so much has fallen. It looks like it's going to be a Loot Hoarder. Oh, he actually gets Barnes, which is big, because if he got Loot Hoarders or Mirage Collars, not exactly ideal. See the Adapt come out. You now have a Poisonous Cairn. It's a pretty big deal. And looks like we're going to see Noggenfogger deployed on the field. Let the chaos begin. I don't think Noggenfogger lets your minions hit, like, themselves, which I've always found quite strange. Like, it says all targets are chosen randomly, so I thought it'd be like more of a misdirection type effect, but looks like Peter miscalculated here and doesn't even go for the Blessing of Wisdom. So Curious Glimmer would come out. Let's see what 3 cards. Eye for an Eye, Scankeeper Term, or Grim Street Outfitter. It is the Outfitter, and looks like that's going to be played most likely with Amara, or he's saving it for the heal. He goes for Spirit Shifting Shade. It's looking pretty bad for Peter. Noggenfogger can only do so much, and looks like Noggenfogger is going to have to somehow carry the game. Here we see what he do when faced against such a powerful threat. Though unfortunately I do believe it's guaranteed lethal no matter what. So it looks like it's gonna go to 2-2, and we're gonna be pushing to the last game of the series. Come on, Neon. And there we go, all three to face. And there we go, 2-2. And then we're gonna see their last decks come out each. Neon's gonna stick with his priest, and Peter, I believe, is gonna be bringing out his warlock. There we go. Oh, it's the Awaken the Maker's Priest versus the Awaken the Maker's Priest. Here we go. Very similar hands for both of them. We're gonna see the quest on turn 1. This is gonna be an insane game and probably the most value-filled game we've ever seen. Looks like we're gonna see the Loot Herder drop here, and the Crystalline Oracle drop. Actually, drawing that Deathwing's pretty big, as you don't want your opponent to not only know that you have it, but you don't want your opponent to get it. Sick Careers Glimmer. This could actually be pretty tough depending on what shows up. Ooh. Looks like it is going for the Shifting Shade. Makes sense, but you know, there's always a chance it's that Priest of the Feast. We do see the Holy Nova and the Harvest Golem for Peter, both making steady progress with their quest. The mirror match. I think it's going to be a Shifting Shade play here. And then the trade, or just going face. Looks like we're going to see some shell raising up with the Turtle Army. Sadly, no insane combo Wama decks. We're not going to get some epic stacks, but the Shadow or Pain into the Shifting Shade trade. Getting another Shifting Shade, this time from Peter's deck. We see some of them drawing some of their power cards at the beginning. We see the Cairn from Neon, and then the Deathwing and Noggenfogger from Peter. See Doomsayer come out here, and a pass. Unfortunately, looks like Neon has no way to clear the board, and he's just gonna go face. He doesn't even go for the extra card draw. Oh, he plays Cairn. He feels the 4/5 is worth it. Remember, the biggest thing here is to get your opponent's N'Zoth. Are we going to see Akonite? We do see Akonite come out here with the Power Word Shield. And he gets his Mirage Caller. Could be pretty good on stuff like the Shell Razor. And he coins out that extra 2 damage. Unfortunately, no Shadowed Pains on Neon's side. So it looks like he's probably just going to develop the board, dropping another Shifting Shade from his army of them. And the Talon Priest on the Cairn, Bane Bloodhoof. Are we going to see the Nova from Peter here? Don't think so. We're going to see the Turtolian Shell Razor, and most likely a copy of that. Oh, just killing off the Town Priest. And another Shifting Shade for Neon. It looks like he's really throwing some shade in this game, as he's played 2, and he's gone on 2 from themselves, and he's drawn, I think, both from his deck. So this is probably his 3rd or 4th Shifting Shade. And we do see them come out again. Yeah, Shifting Shade created by Shifting Shade. And the BM Happy New Year. Thankfully, no. None of the Shifting Shades pulled the Cairn from Peter's deck. It seems like I'm the only person who doesn't have Cairn. It looks like we're going to see the Doomsaber and the Mirage Collar on the Doomsayer instead of saving it for the Cairn. We're going to see the kill on looking like both the Bane and the Shifting Shade. And Shifting Shade gets another Shifting Shade. It's the infinite cycle of value. I think out of the 7 cards for his quest, I think 5 of them have been Shifting Shades. So he's just going for the face, plays the Loot Hoarder for the draw, finishes the quest, and plays the Oracle as well. Decides no, it's just worth getting the draw from it. A 1-mana 1/1 isn't that valuable in the late stage of the game. We're gonna see him get a Silence and a Death. That's it for the Shifting Shade army, though. Fortunately, Peter's Deathwing is all but useless due to the 2 deaths, but we do see Cairn and Loot Hoarder come out. Get Peter 1 death rattle away from finishing his quest. Looks like we're most likely going to be seeing the Silence come out on the Cairn and followed by the Onyx Bishop from Neon side. And Shifting Shade, what a surprise. I'm going to see Holy Fire, a card that hasn't seen play for a long time, come out clutch for Peter here. He's like, you know what, I'm not going to risk killing the Shifting Shade. I don't want yet another Shifting Shade, because, oh, we do see the N'Zoth. The trade N'Zoth here pretty much guarantees, oh, another Shifting Shade. Oh my god. Are we going to see the N'Zoth bring back 6 Shifting Shades or just a Cairn? He can actually get milled here though if he plays N'Zoth. There's too much draw. Let's see what he plays. He looks like he's going for the safe play. Shifting Shade, Power Word Shield. See what he can get from his deck. Gets the Shadow Word Pain. Goes for the Mirage Collar for yet another Shifting Shade. It's like 8 or 9 Shifting Shades played this game from Neon side. And we see the Circle. As he knows, he needs to prevent the burn from all the shades. I do think we're gonna see Loot Hoarder come out for the quest, and maybe the Amara just played instantly. Or he goes for the draw, doesn't get anything. We see the Nova come out here. Oh, and what did Neon get there? He got Face's Manipulator. This could be huge, copying Noggin Fogger, copying Amara, copying Deathwing. This is not looking good for Peter. Just can't keep up with the value from the Shifting Shades. And we see the Amara come out here, and then the Faceless on the Amara for 2 5-mana 8/8 taunts. Peter, though, without his lack. Oh, never mind. He has a death. Looks like he's gonna go for his own Amara, most likely, in addition to a Shadow or Death. Instead of decides not to play the Deathwing, would rather keep his Amara. Goes for Healbot instead, hoping to draw, I guess, his second Arcanine for the clear later on. Looks like we are gonna see some more shades from Peter's Neon side. I really wish I had a counter help. Put Shifting Shade number 25 here. And we see the Talon Priest on the Amara. The death coming out. That Peter did well there, beating on one of the deaths. I think if he plays Amara here, he can bait up the second death, but he does Prophet Velen, which was really good if he had an Arcanine Soul Priest. But I do think we're gonna see the Amara come out here. And if we see Neon burn the death, he will not know what hit him with the Deathwing. Oh, he goes for the trade, playing around that Deathwing. Gets another Corrupted Healbot, goes for the N'Zoth, so it looks like we're gonna have to see Deathwing here. And 4 Shifting Shades, surprisingly, not all 5. We do see Mind Control come out. can steal the Amara away. Having 40 health is just so powerful for both sides. We do see the second death come out. Peter now knows he's seen both deaths, so looks like we're going to see a Deathwing come out. Unfortunately, he does lose the Velen and the Noggin Fire. Oh, but he draws his second death from the deck. And his own Barnes. But I think we're going to have to see a Deathwing here, and it's not going to end well for Peter. It looks like here comes the Deathwing. And Neon's going to mill here. What goes though? And what does he get? More shades. Gets an Arcanine. Here we see the death and Peter despair. We do see corrupted Healbot coming out. Technically not lethal. Let's see what else Peter has left in his deck. We see the corrupted Healbot coming from his side as well. Looks like we're gonna see a Cobalt Song Stealer most likely on his own corrupted Healbot here. Oh, he's actually can play Arcanine and then Trig to deal 8 damage combined with the hero power and put Peter on 2. This is not looking good. Oh, he goes for it. Sadly, 1 off lethal. Holy mana costs 5 Neon, not 4. Oh, Spirit Singer Umbra. And he does play the secondary Bruiser, however, it's not going to be enough, and we're gonna see Neon take this game. He Holy Nova's trades and kills him. Or he can just toss a taunt. And there goes the series, 3-2 to Neon. Too much shade. And there we go, the series is over. 3-2 to Neon. And he will be moving to the next round. We're gonna get that set up for you as soon as possible. So, unfortunately, that means Peter gets knocked out of the tournament. And it's going to be Martin versus Neon in losers round 2 and Frank versus James in the semifinals. So it's now Martin versus Neon in a losers round 2. Looks like we're going to see bans are also going to come in. We saw Neon's Rogue get banned. His Rogue seems to be pretty powerful this expansion. One real way you can beat it is with a handlock using Vicious Plant, which just creates too big of a wall for even the 5/5s to break through while you punch through with your Mountain Giants. But again, all decks are in the opening stage. The Road deck is just fast compared to some of the other, all the quest decks really, which are a little bit slower. Oh, looks like we're just gonna get things set up here. Neon's logging back in. "12 shifting shades" is the counter for Neon in that last game. Thanks for that, Neon. So we're just waiting for the game to get started and the bans to come on through. So Martin is banning Hunter. So we're gonna see the ban come out from Martin is banning Hunter. I believe Martin has Priest, Hunter, Warlock, and Rogue? No, he is the Warrior, which is the Pirate Warrior. So you're going to see Neon ban here. And Neon is banning Hunter. So we see Hunter banned from both sides. Alright. So it looks like we're about ready to get into losers round. And we're going to see the games come in. You see Pirate Warrior come out against Rogue here. So we see the Pirate Warrior come out against Neon's Rogue, which who hasn't actually played the quest yet, even though he drew it early. And we're just gonna wait and see what Neon does here. Goes for the prep Vis. Decides there's not enough time to play the quest this game. And we do see Neon kind of struggling here at the beginning, but he does get the Eaglehorn bow off the Swashbuckler. Wait, Eaglehorn bow? What? Oh, that must be Molten. How did he get Eaglehorn bow? Looks like I missed it, but from Swashbuckler, from War. Oh, it is Molten Blade. All right. I was just double checking there. Definitely knew about that. We're gonna see Corcoran Elite come out here. And the quest finally coming out at the end with the Eagle Hornbow to trade. We'll see Arcanite Reaper come out for the Smorking. Do you see Novice Engineer come out here? And the double Novice Engineer from the Mimic Pod. Though I don't think it's going to be enough, as Martin has Lethal. Here with the Heroic Strike, going in for all 10. Quest Rogue, not too strong. And there goes game 1 to Martin. Remember, this is the loser's round of 2, so whoever loses this series is out. Now we're gonna see the second match here is gonna be Priest trying to beat the Pirate Warrior. Could this be a sweep for the Warrior? And the classic first meet and patches come out. And Crystalline Oracle comes out with the Power Word Shield. He decides in this he doesn't have the mana to waste for the quest. And we see the Smorking just straight up from the Pirate Warrior. Nothing else really for Neon to do. Oh. And the Pirate Warrior continues just dominating the board. He does get a Dread Crusade, which is a taunt, but really he needs a proactive weapon here. I'm going to predict to see the trade into the patches here, but it looks like he's just Power Word shielding it, trying to get something, anything. We see the Loot Order come out, but that is then enough to sop the wrath off that Frothing Berserker, which is going to be going to an extremely high attack range with a Fiery War Axe, or sorry, Corcoran Elite, whichever one comes out. Oh, it looks like we are going to see the Fiery War Axe Bloodsail Raider play, getting that Frothing Berserker to 8-0. Or are we going to see Corcoran Elite? We do see the Fiery War Axe Bloodsail Raider, Fiery War Axe hitting the Oracle, Nuzlot's first mate taking out the Loot Hoarder, and a massive 8 damage coming out. from uh, from the from the frothing on turn 4. He Neon does get the death and another Molten Blade for Vine Cleaver, which isn't that good right now. You see the deck come out. Unfortunately, that leaves him with nothing to do. We're gonna see South Sea Deck and Encorcurrent Elite come out here for 6 plus 11 plus 13, and that's lethal if he doesn't screw up the order. And there goes game 2 to Martin. Looks like Pirate Warrior. Will it sweep Neon? Looks like Martin's rage quit and he's offline, so we'll just wait for him to get back on. We're just waiting for Martin to come back online, and there he is. We're just waiting on Martin here to come back in for the what might be the final game, and Neon's gone offline now. Just sort of waiting. And Neon's gone offline, Martin's gone offline. Okay, so we do see Neon and Martin both crashed. The too much, looks like even the game disagrees with Pirate Warrior. Looks like finally they're both online and preparing to go at it for what might be the final match. Alright, so they're both back online. And here we go. Pirate Warrior against, I believe we're gonna see Mage. Yeah, well, here we go.
You asked for it.
So let's see if Martin's Pirate Warrior will sweep the series or not. Oh, here we go. Open the Wiki versus Pirate Warrior. Now, this is basically Freeze Mage, but we're gonna see Upgrade come out here. A slow start for Martin. This might be exactly what Neon needs to take the game. Running looks to be exclusive draw and looking for his combo. I believe Neon runs the Arcane Giants version instead of the Sorcerer's Molten Sorcerer's Antonitis, but never know. We do see the Pirate and the Patches come out here, getting that damage on board. He does run the Molten Reflections though, and the Sorcerer's Apprentice, drawing pieces of his combo already. Then we'll see if he goes for the Primordial Glyph or just the Ice Barrier safe. With the double ice barrier, double ice block, this actually might be an extremely hard matchup, but the Bloodsail Corsair comes out, getting the 2-2. And we see Patches and Bloodsail Corsair, as well as the weapon Go Face, bringing me on to 30. Oh, Archaeologist is a huge draw. We do see Primordial Glyph come out first. Oh, those are not that great choices. You do go for the Freezing Potion though, I believe. Not a cheap spell for the quest, but it'll help prevent some damage. And the Doomsayer is a huge draw. See Malkarok though on Martin's side. That could be huge for taking the game. We're gonna see an Archaeologist secret play unless Neon does something better, because there's a lot of damage on board right now. We do see the Ice Block come out, though Ice Block isn't that great against Pirate Warrior. But at this point, we see both secrets come out. Unfortunately, no clears. We do see the upgrade, but no raw weapons yet. We do see the Smork from all sides. And we see the Ooze come out and the armor up. Probably saving the upgrade for whatever weapon he gets from Malkrok. Cursed Blade is officially out of the game though, so Malkrok and Blingtron have gotten a bit better. Oh, Primordial Glyph again getting nothing too extraordinary. We are most likely going to see Mirror Image just come out here for free. Gets that extra 4 damage of protection. And are we going to see the barrier play here? We are starting to rack out those spells from the quest. Though this is not looking good for Neon. And looks like we're going to see the block popped here. Depending on what he gets from Malthrog, does look like he goes for the counter Malthrog. Let's see what he gets. Fortunately, no weapon here could really pop the block. Ooh, and he gets Perdition's Blade. Not exactly ideal. This is not looking good for Neon. He's only 1/6 of the way using quest. Already burned both blocks and an Ice Barrier. We do see the Frostbolt Doomsayer though, which is huge. Though we are still gonna see the block popped here more likely than not. The Freeze Potion though, going face to prevent the block. And we are just gonna see a pass here. And this could be the break Neon needs to get back in the game if he can get some draw. There's nothing Martin can do. See Blizzard come out. It's a really slow, and we are gonna see perhaps the block popped here with the Mortal Strike and the upgrade. We do need a second Ice Block to come out here for Neon to even have a chance, but it's been 8 turns, he's at 3 health, and he's only done 2. We do see Kabbalist Tome come out. Getting freezing potions would be huge here. Gets Mirror Image, which is technically enough on to stop it, but unfortunately, due to the Mortal Strike, that's gonna be it for Neon, and Martin takes this 3-0 with his Pirate Warrior.
I wonder.
Neon thinks he's not technically dead on board, but only if he knew. Gets halfway through this quest, and that is Losers Round 2 complete. And there goes the second series of the day. Now if we go back to our schedule, we're now into the semi-finals. 3 series left. Losers round 3. So we got Frank and James versus Martin, and the loser of that match. And then we'll move on. We can see the salt off Neon just pouring in odes. Looks like we're going to be taking a bit of a break, and we'll continue the series with Frank and James in a little bit.